there. I'm just in my library reading a book. Do you like books? I have 5 book recommendations that you're not going to want to miss. Stay tuned. Hi everybody and welcome to So You Want to Live in Bahia. My name is Kitty and I'm a licensed real estate agent living here in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil for more than 10 years. So let's get into today's episode. And the last of my 5 recommendations is my favorite, so please stick around to the very end. So book number 1 I want to recommend is Guia de Ócio. This is, or the Idle Guide. And the cover this year was done by famous Bahia artist Bel Borba. His art is all over this town. You'll see tile stuff done on walls. And there's the big dog sculpture in Rio Vermelho as well. So this guide is very interesting. It's been around for more than 15 years. It's only 30 reais. I totally recommend it. It tells you a lot of fun things to do in Salvador and also stuff that a lot of tourist books wouldn't tell you about. And they update this every year so that the information is current, because a lot of times that is a problem with these tourist guides, is that they are not current. You can find this book at most bookstores and touristy places. Total thumbs up for me. All right, you guys, book number 2 is this book here, Dicionário de Baianês. Now you can find this at any airport, bookstore. This edition is 21 years old, but it's actually 30 years old now. So these books have been going on for a while. This is the 5th edition, I think. And it has 200,000 examples of slang. Now, one thing that you need to know about Baianos is that they have their own slang and they're really quite proud of it. And I don't know that I think the rest of Brazil isn't nearly as proud of their slang as Bahia is. So I think it is kind of nice to familiarize yourself with some of the slang, and if you want to impress people, you can learn some of the things that you read in this book. For instance, I was just flipping through, trying to find some slang that didn't involve swear words. I'm trying to be a kid-friendly channel here. And check this out, moqueca.
Além de comida típica, significa carro com a lataria estragada, mulher feia e pelancuda.
Moqueca is a famous dish here, but it's also slang for a car that's a hoopty, in where I come from, in a bad state, and also a skinny, ugly woman. So now you know. Now you can bust that out and impress your Baiano friends. Number 3, Jorge Amado. He is one of the most famous authors in Brazil, and he is the most famous author in Bahia, and he writes about life in Bahia, and his books are great. Not only are they great to read, but they really give you an idea of what life was like here in Bahia decades ago. So I really recommend him. I also recommend his museum in Rio Vermelho. So big thumbs up on this guy. And you can find his books in English very easily. All right, book number 4, Brazilian Popular Music and Globalization. Now this is a great book for the music geeks out there like myself, but in general, Brazil has a very rich musical history, so it is nice to sort of brush up on some of it. And what I like about this book is that you don't have to read it start to finish. It's really just a collection of articles on different Brazilian bands. So I really like this. I really recommend this if you want to know a little bit more about the culture here, and especially in Bahia, because a lot of the great artists from Brazilian music actually come from Bahia. So this is definitely worth checking out. And last but not least, my most favorite of all my recommendations is number 5, Archive.org. Now Archive.org, an online site that you can check out books. And I'm going to show you how you do it. Go to books, and then books to borrow, and then you just type in the name right here in the search this collection bar. A lot of books that are out of date, that are not published anymore, you can find here. Now it's not, you don't get to download a PDF. you don't have the ease of that. You do need to have internet access the whole time you're reading it. But other than that, it has such an amazing, you have an amazing access to books. And what I also really like, and you'll see coming up, is that it's actually just scans of all the books. So you might not be able to have that book in your hands, but it's almost the next best thing, you know? You get to see the yellowed pages and everything else. I'm a huge fan of this site, huge. I check out a lot of books from here because it's free. All you have to do is sign up, it doesn't cost anything. One other thing here, as you'll see in the top corner, is you have to click on the borrow for 1 hour button. And so you're just basically, every hour you have to click on that button. But otherwise, total recommendation. Anyhow, I really hope that helps you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Beijos!